So I got a dream that I'm gonna be at the top of the scene. On every screen, making my presence something to be seen, yeah. I'll make them all see that I could be anything I wanna be. If you got a dream, then you need persistence and lots of belief, yeah. Yo, don't take that negative energy, I replace that. I just wanna be me, I don't fake that. I just wanna be free, yeah, chase that. I got a new obsession, it's helping and teaching and giving everyone a lesson. It's living and winning and building something that's impressive. I don't wanna do the same thing, I wanna be progressive, so I'ma make a new me, a new beast, a true fiend. He's everything that he wants to be. Look in the mirror, what he wants to see. It's a dude looking back at me. I stay on track, yeah, track things. I'm setting goals, life hacking. I'm steady stacking. I see myself being happy. A better me with a strategy that I'm attacking.
Wait for the test and you know I'll ace that. Hit me in the face and I'm hitting right back. I enjoy the chase so I'll stay on track, yeah. I enjoy the race so I'll make that bag. Got a lot of dreams that I'll make come true. Got a lot of things that I wanna do. Got a lot of goals that I wanna prove. And there's not a lot of time so I gotta make moves.
Hey guys, what is going on in the Fly Like an Eagle podcast, episode 5. I'm here with a very good friend of mine, perhaps my best friend. He's the founder of Hardcore Sports, aka NFL Reality Check. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Appreciate you for having me on. You call them here, man. We've been doing this for what, 4 or 5 years now. So
Something like that, man.
You've been there from the start, and I always got your back, dude. So let's do this.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. You're my first guest on here on As a Philly Sports. You're my first guest. So with that being said, if you're listening on audio platforms, please hit that like, subscribe, and follow us on Hardcore Sports Network as well. The links are in the description. Please help us get there to 1,000. Let's check out the chat. Yo, Philly Sports Cards, what is good? That is Spongy. Daniel, what is good, my guy? And here's Blaze Radio, bark like a beagle. Okay, that's a new one. I like that one. Yo, NFL Reality Check, what's good? Yep. Everyone from Hardcore Sports representing. That's what I like to see. So, with the Eagles, right, we come up with a huge win, but there's still some news trickling out today. And the first one is the Eagles and Seahawks gets flexed to the Monday night. And if you guys know who got flexed, what game it was, let us know. But how do you feel that we got flexed to Monday night?
Well, that's good. I mean, in all honesty, man, after the crap show that the Bears and Minnesota put on the other night, it makes sense. We've had a few crappy Monday night games this year, and Monday night games are supposed to be the games of the week and ones people want to see. So, if you had 2 teams struggling and they were the Monday night game, hey, put the better competition in. It's all about the ratings anyway. So, it makes sense.
Yeah. It was this game was supposed to be at 1:00. Which would have been our last 1:00 game of the year. No, wait. Isn't the Cardinals going at 1? Whatever. But, yeah, we're a Monday night game, and we're the best team in the league. So it makes sense. And people saying we suck, why do we get that? Just haters. Like, for me personally, if you get flexed to the Monday night game, you're doing something right. The Eagles are doing something right, finding a way to win, this, and the third. And here's Alexander, the known Cowboys fan, Eagles win for help by refs. Cheating. Of course. Here we go again. Like, how do you feel about, with the whole refs thing? It's stupid, right?
Yeah, man. Listen, I've told you, I am a firm believer of it. If we can sit here and fine players for hits and stuff, we can fine refs for bad calls. I don't see why that's a problem. Now, no one's cheating. I can promise you that. Alex, you're just hating, man. Actually, go beat a team that matters, and we'll see, man. But I'm not worried, dude. Come December 10th when we play y'all and we whoop that again, I'll be nice. I won't curse.
Right.
Yeah. You'll be crying, dude. It's okay, because you know what? Everyone thought we were losing to Kansas City. Everyone thought we were getting beat by the Bills, and yet we're here 10-1. And yeah, until you beat us, we'll just say whatever we want at this point.
Yeah, it's not this week, Blaze. This week we got the Niners at 4:25, and then we got the Cowboys, and then we got Seattle. So we're in a couple weeks, so they flexed us, and I knew we were going to get flexed into a couple games, and I will not be surprised if the last game, Eagles and Giants, will get flexed like to a different time. I would not be surprised.
So Alexander, when that doesn't happen, what's the next thing? Dallas, Denver, Eagles, and then when you guys lose, what's the next one?
Right.
It's just going to keep going, and it's going to keep going, man. Y'all hating. It's okay.
Yeah. What is up next, Sift, a hardcore sports diehard member. Love his work. Love everything he does. Appreciate you being in chat, my guy. Really appreciate you. And
Yep.
if
We'll be live this Sunday.
yeah, you guys will be live this Sunday for the Eagles versus 49ers. That's a hell of a game. That's the best game out there of the year. And then before we get into that, Zach Ertz gets released by the Cardinals. So they actually mutually parted ways. So should the Eagles get Zach Ertz? And you are a reality check, so you do hit us with the truth. So let us hear it.
Listen, man, at this point, the way all right, I don't know about you, but I this kind of matched up impeccably well. You know, with Dallas Goedert going down with his arm injury, you know, Stoll and Calcaterra, they can only do so much, man. Why not? You know, Zach is not the Zach of old, you know, but he can still have liable hands. He's a very good target. You know, him and Hurts already played together once. He knows what Hurts is about. And he gives us that veteran presence right now until Goddard gets back. And then what the hell? You know, why not for a playoff run, get him a second ring, and he can be his number 2 whenever Goddard comes back, you know. And I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like it's going to hurt anything, you know, and he's definitely not going to gut us for money either, you know. If he wants to be here, I don't see why he shouldn't be, because he can play right now. So
that is true. Our second tight end spot, we got Calcaterra, and then we got, you know, Stahl. So he will definitely be that second spot. But I think it will be after this whole Shaquille Leonard situation. You know, this weekend he has to choose between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't know if we can get them both. And then Marcus Peters is on the market as well, the former cornerback of the Las Vegas Raiders. So it's just like too many players. I don't know if we can get them all. I don't know. But tight end is definitely a need for us. It's definitely a need.
I get the Marcus Peter thing, but listen, dude, we got enough old dudes in our locker room right now. I don't need to add another one. You know, I'm all right. We'll get to that, I think, anyway. So I'll save that. But
right.
But yeah, no, Zach Ertz for sure, man, definitely. If we can.
No, you know.
No, I had nothing else. That's
okay. I thought you did. For me, honestly, I love the guy. He'll be a great locker room guy, a great mentor for the younger guys, and especially on this run we're having, his historic run we're having right now. It'll be great. I would love for him to get that ring again. I would love it. And speaking of rings, this guy, you know, he did play with us back in the day, a while back. He did not get a ring with us, but he's still an Eagles legend at heart. Deshaun Jackson announced his retirement. So he's going to retire as an Eagle and as an honorary captain against the 49ers. What is your favorite Deshaun Jackson moment?
Well, first off, man, I said this to Forrest today. I would have loved to see him play one game, this game. Even though he's retiring, just why not? Let him throw a uniform on. Let let him out there for like 2 or 3 plays. Let him go catch a football. You know, wait, what a way to retire. But, you know, it's awesome. He's a legend here. Most dangerous man when it comes to the long ball. My favorite moment is definitely his kick return at MetLife, man. I remember sitting there, and when he dropped that ball, my heart sunk for a second.
Yeah.
I think all of ours did. We were like, what did he just do? And then next thing you know, he picks it up, and I remember it like it was yesterday, dude. He just stood there for a minute. He didn't move. He just stood there. And then next thing you know, he just seen a hole, and the kid took off. And that the rest is history. That's what really put him on the map. That is what opened everyone's eyes. That is Deshaun Jackson's finest moment. You know, I think everyone will always remember that play. I know the Giants will.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if were playing the Giants this week and then he retired as an Eagle this week?
Oh shit! I'd demand him to play if that was the case. I'd be like, "You have to play one last time, bro."
He can still go.
I know he can. Dude, I'm just saying, man. I'd let him dress for one day. I think a lot of us would love to see it, you know. But no, it's awesome, man. He's had a great career, and it sucks how it came about, you know. We had such a great team then, you know, and then Chip had to come in and chop it down. But
yeah,
it really sucks. That put a crappy taste in my mouth. What the kid could have done if he would have stayed here a little longer. But yeah, man, living legend, dude. But we're gonna have 2 that probably pass him that are on our team right now, you know. But yeah, all-time legend.
And then for me, you remember when he fumbled at the 1-yard line, like he was celebrating, and then boom. The reason I bring that up, the only reason I bring that up, because he didn't do that again.
No, he
didn't do it again. Like, to me, that was so stupid, but I'm glad he didn't do it again.
Rookie.
Right. I mean,
no, that was heartbreaking though, man, because when they called that, I was screaming. I was like, that is bullshit. That is bullshit. There's no reason to call. How anyone even seen that, you know, props to whoever caught that, man. That was, you have to have one hell of an eye to know he dropped that inches before the line. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was a heartbreaker. I hated that one.
Yeah. I mean, I had to bring it up, but yeah, one of my favorite players of all time, he actually tweeted out he wants to see all the Eagles fans in his number 10. So who's ever going to that game, Eagles versus Niners, and I know a lot of people that are going, you got to wear the Deshaun Jackson jersey. You got to wear it. Mine got
hanging up in my closet.
Yeah, you better wear it on Sunday.
I will.
I can't wait for that game, man. I cannot wait. But before we talk about the 49ers, we got to talk about the Buffalo Bills and how the Eagles defeat the Bills in overtime, 37-34. Now, you and I were talking about this before we actually went live. But before I talk about this game, I want to bring up how this is like the 4th game in a row, how we were all down in the first half, and then we come back and win in the second half. So give me your thoughts about this game. Give me your thoughts.
This one was very tough to swallow, man. I am so happy we won that game, first and foremost. I know a lot of us Eagle fans probably felt that one slipped away. But I'll tell you what, Jalen Hurts, man, he is a stone cold killer. When I looked at the clock and I saw how much time was left, I looked right at my wife. I was like, it's enough time. She's like, what? I said, they gave him just enough time. And I'll tell you what, man, the kid, he drove down there, and what a hell of a kick by Jake. You know, I'm declaring him the greatest kicker in franchise history right now. I don't even care. He's our best kicker ever. That kid is amazing, dude. What is 27, 26?
Around there.
He's,
Yeah.
he's got so long to go. Howie, you better never get rid of this kid unless his leg falls off. He better stay an Eagle. Elliott's amazing, dude. But I remember watching that kid come out off the sideline whenever we were getting ready to take that final drive. There's no emotion, man. There's none. He's not scared. You can tell there is no spotlight too big for him. He can take it all, and I believe that's what pisses a lot of people off is when you have something everyone wants, you're really hated. And right now we're hated. I mean, Alex has only proven, the Jets game was a fluke, man. We were really, really off that game. We were kind of iffing off and on this past game with the Bills, But the one thing that my team has proven to me this year that they didn't really have to prove last year was come from behind. A lot of people said that they were battle tested last year. We blew everyone out except for the game that we lost, and you look at the Super Bowl, we lost by 3. I've seen this team come back, like you said, 4 times this year from 10 plus points and win the game. The last 3 games, we have been outdone on offense over 100 yards and still won our games.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. That shouldn't happen. Shame on everyone who let that happen. But that's what happens when you have a really, really good quarterback, man. And he is MVP of this league. He is. And there should be no argument about that.
Yeah. So for me, it's just like we could not start off well. Like everything was not going our way. Could not catch the ball, the penalties, so on and so forth. I'm not getting into all that. But then I thought to myself, I was like, there's no way they can pull this off again. I didn't think that coming out of halftime. But then once Jake Elliott hit that kick, that was the point for me where I was like, oh, it's over. It's over. Jake Elliott nailed that kick, going to overtime. And Jalen Hurts did not show any emotion. Did you see that? Like he just got up, going right to there. That's my quarterback. That is mine. Like I'm telling you right now, this guy has faced so much adversity throughout his whole career. And look at him now. That's like going into my next topic right here. It's Jalen Hurts MVP. I think it's clear.
Yes.
I think it's unanimous right now how Jalen Hurts is MVP. I was out to eat with a buddy of mine yesterday, and he was like, Mitch, it is like time and time they're going to change the ins and outs. But he did not see another player come back how many times Jalen Hurts and the Eagles did. Like you can say Christian McCaffrey, he's got the numbers. Tyreek Hill is going to break the wide receiving record. None of them are coming back from behind. They're not coming back from behind. So for that, I gotta go with Jalen Hurts, man.
Well, listen, dude. The kid's only got 12 losses.
Yeah.
In 3 years. 12. And they all came from his first year starting. Like let's that is just as good as Tom Brady and Bill Belichick in their first 3 years. Like, I'm sorry, I see you down there, Alex. You talking mad smack, bro. But how many losses does your quarterback have in 7? What have you guys done? Yeah, you got a great team, but you don't do anything with it. I'm sorry, man. Like, you're just quit. You don't even have a leg to stand on. I'm not worried about anything that Dallas fans say. Beat us. That's all you got to do, bro. You already had it the first time and you faltered it. Your quarterback. He was the reason you guys almost won, but he was the reason you guys lost too. I give Dak his credit. Dak is a great quarterback. He's just not clutch. And there's nothing wrong with that. We had it with Donovan McNabb for many years. Great quarterback. Just not clutch. It is what it is, man. You can be as mad as you want at us for saying what we say, but it's true. If he's clutch, win a Super Bowl, dude. Get to a Super Bowl, dude. You've had the number one defense the last 3 years, and what have you done with it? Nothing. Not a freaking thing. You've lost to the 49ers twice. That's what you've done. Don't come in here hating us. Go to a 49ers stream, dog. They're the ones that kick you out, not us. You don't even make it to us. So stop.
Yeah.
No, he
But-
does not have a better season than Hurts, man. Wins is only thing that matters. Listen, you want your quarterback to have 4,800 yards passing? You want your quarterback to have 40 touchdowns in a year? That's fine. But when my quarterback's in Super Bowls and yours is sitting at home, I don't give a sorry, he
No,
almost
you're
made me
good. You're good.
I don't care what your quarterback does, dude. He doesn't do anything when it matters. Mine does. Once again, when he goes again this year and wins it, while Dak is sitting at home watching us do it, you'll figure it out someday, dude. You will. I don't.
Yeah,
So what? He's also 10-1. Do you know Pat Mahomes threw the most interceptions last year?
Wasn't it Dak?
Well, up until Dak started doing
Right.
it was Pat. He led the league. I think he had like 17,
Something like that.
something like that. You don't hear anyone out there giving him shit because he wins. Don't matter how many interceptions you throw. He wins games, dude. In the end, it only matters about the W. You want to glorify losses with Dak having 459 yards passing? You go right ahead, bro. You go right ahead. I'll stay where I'm at.
Yeah, I think we'll all stay where we're at. And then, I feel like this is just a question I've been asking myself. Why can't we start off games well? I mean, last game, Lane Johnson was out. It looked terrible. It's amazing how bad we are when Lane Johnson is out. But
Yeah.
how is it like for the last 4 weeks? I just don't understand it. How is it bad? How do we start off this bad? I just don't get it.
There is, I don't know if you remember, but in the early 2000s, that is exactly what Pittsburgh was
Mm-hmm.
with Big Ben. Ange will tell you over and over, man, Pittsburgh was not a first half team ever. They looked sloppy as hell. And then in the second half, they'd come back and they would wallop you and they'd win. I don't know what the cause of it is. I don't know if it's just they take a while to warm up, to mentally get into the game. I don't know. I really don't have an answer to that. But I do know there are teams out there who are first half teams and then fall off in the second. And then there's teams that are, second half teams who don't really start hot, kind of like we are, but then they end strong. Which one's better? I don't know. I think the whole thing is you have to have a good defense. You don't want to fall too far behind where you're stretched thin and you have to work too hard to get back. As long as your team leaves you within 10 points at halftime, if you are a second half team, you should be able to, theoretically win the game. And I think that's really how we play right now. I'm a strong believer, Mitch, and don't fix what ain't broken. And right now, nothing's broken, so I ain't fixing shit.
Right.
I do want to see different things. I do have the same questions you guys have. Like why the hell do we make everyone look like Tom Brady each and every week, but still win? It is truly amazing to see two corners who were so locked down last year be so this year. They're just Slay's getting beat. Bradbury's getting beat a little bit. You know, they're winning. They're winning. I'm not bitching. They're winning too, but they get beat too. Last year, they weren't getting beat like this. I know the scheme's a little different. I know Desai, he plays kind of the same, but it is a little different. I know we were more man last year. We're more zone this year. I don't know if that has to do with it. They figure it out, though, man. That's the only thing I can say, and I'm okay with it.
For me, I just like I love it when they come back and win. It's a great story. It's a great story. We're not blowing anyone out like we did last year. We're clawing away up each win. And then you just see all the mistakes they made, all the stuff they do in the first half. I wonder what Nick Sirianni is saying in that locker room. I wonder what he is saying to get everyone riled up, everyone to get going. And then you see like Kenneth Gainwell, Spongy brought him up in the chat earlier, how he's like on his phone and stuff. So it's just like, I just want to know what Nick Sirianni is saying in that locker room. I wish I was a fly on that wall. And just be like, I just want to know what he's saying.
I don't even think he has to say anything, man. No, I think he says what he needs to say, and then everyone else does everything else. You know, I don't think you go into halftime and know that Jalen isn't talking at halftime. Kels isn't talking at halftime. Even Lane, even though he wasn't playing, I'm sure he said shit. You know, I'm sure BG was. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going into these games in the first half thinking our talent can carry us, and then we make adjustments at halftime to what we need to do to get better. But it really seems like that sometimes. You know, there is times when we should run the ball when we don't, and there's times we should not run the ball and we do. And then next thing you know, it all goes away and everything starts clicking. So I'm just going to chalk it up to Brian Johnson's rookie year at being an offensive coordinator. You know, I get it. He has been here for the 3 years that Jalen's been here. But Brian Johnson's offense is different than what Shane Steichen's was. Yeah, the concepts are the same, but it still ran differently. You know, he has his own twists. He has his own little things that he does. So in a way, it is kind of a new offense for everyone, but it isn't. If everything stays the same, if Brian Johnson's here next year, man, I just don't see those things being an issue anymore. You know, it's kind of how I don't know. I wish I had an answer, dude.
Yeah, I wish I do too, but we just have to figure it out in the next game.
Well, I don't. They do.
Right, yeah. I mean, we don't do anything. We just watch and then talk about it. So that's basically us. So before we get in to the next one, completely agree. I've been talking with everybody that's freaking out to relax. We have a rookie OC. And that was from Suju and Friends. Shout out to you, man.
Appreciate
That's the most realistic comment I have seen in like a long time.
No, listen, man. The guy, I think he was Kyle Trask OC at Florida for what, 1 year, maybe two max.
Yes.
It wasn't long. And then he comes in and he's the quarterback coach and he gets lifted to offensive coordinator. This is his first time, as far as I know, as an OC in the NFL, which is completely different than college. And he's 10-1.
Yep.
Anyone? What? Please tell me what team goes 9-1 to start the season, goes all the way to the Super Bowl last year, loses their defensive coordinator, loses their offensive coordinator, gets a brand new defensive coordinator, gets a brand new offensive coordinator. Two guys, well, one guy definitely hasn't been an NFL coordinator before. One has, Desai, I think, has been one before prior to this. But they're 10-1. No team has went to the Super Bowl, lost their coordinators, and went and started 10-1 the next season, ever. Like, yeah, there is things to be about. You know, when we watch these games, there is things that go wrong and we're scratching our heads because last year was just a dream. It was a fucking dream. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm just saying, like, nothing that could go wrong last year went wrong. Everything went the way it was supposed to. This year it hasn't. But they're 10-1. I don't know how else to say it. They're 10-1. They're 10.
That's all you gotta
They're
say.
10-1. I just, it's rough. It sucks to watch because it isn't perfect. But you know what? I believe that's what's going to make us win the Super Bowl this year because it hasn't been perfect. Things were too perfect last year.
Yeah. So before we get into the next topic,
Hell no, they are not 10-1 without Hurts.
no.
Hell no. That's not even debatable. That's not even no. No, Hurts is the rightful MVP this year. I don't care what anyone says. He is the reason we win. He is the reason we have won. He is the heart and soul of this team. He's it. He is him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's this version's Tom Brady.
There's my guy Al.
He is.
Shout out to my guy Al, the owner, and the founder of the Edge of Philly Sports. Shout out to you, my guy. He's going to be on my show next week, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a good one. So before we get into the hold on, Mitch, I feel Hurts is the best player, and we couldn't be 10-1. That is facts. Even with Mahomes, I agree with you on that. Hurts is different. That's basically it. Hurts is different. So before we get into the next topic, have you guys ever thought about getting tickets to go to your next Eagles game? Well, you can with Sherry's Tickets. So check out the ad from Sherry's Tickets.
All right, guys, it's time to talk about Sherry's Tickets. Sherry'sTickets.com is easy to use and has no hidden fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Pay less and play more with Sherry'sTickets.com. Save even more by using the exclusive promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. Do not pay hidden fees and save 10%. Why use any other ticket reseller and get those hard-to-come-by tickets to the big game? If you need a more personal touch, give them a call at 610-494-5050. That's 610-494-5050. Sherry'sTickets.com also has great theater and concert tickets that are hard to get your hands on. Remember, do not overpay and save with the best at Sherry'sTickets.com. Save 10% using the promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. You'll thank us later. Sherry'sTickets.com.
Appreciate that. Go check out Sherry'sTickets.com, and let's just get back right into the comments.
Thanks a lot. Now I want a cheesesteak.
Mitch, I would check out Sherry's Tickets. That's maybe Yep, there you go. That's basically it.
There you go.
Basically it. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry too after that. My fault. But yeah, you know who's been really stepping up for the Eagles for these last two games? Devontae Smith. He's been stepping up really huge, and hey, you know he's my favorite player right now, so I gotta do all that. So how do you feel about Devontae Smith, stepping up the last two games?
Well, I love it because he's in my fantasy. So he's been doing wonders. Listen, man, I know he's kind of been a little quiet this year, but he's doing his part. I don't believe any of these guys go out there and truly, honestly care about their numbers. I know a lot of people might say I'm full of shit on that one, because of how Brown has acted on the sideline. But hey, man, sometimes you just got to let some frustration go so you can move forward. But these guys definitely want to win, I think Smith stepping up, it's his time because so many teams are locking in on Brown right now because AJ's just gone off all year. You have to stop him, Well, once you start double teaming AJ, you're leaving Smitty wide open, and he's doing his thing now. So it's exactly what we need. It's a deadly combination, man. You got to cover one. Can't cover them both. So it's a great thing. He's doing
Right.
good. I just hope he gets more opportunities, definitely in the playoffs for sure, man, because he is a star. He is a number one, and he makes a difference when the ball's in his hands. He does. So we're gonna need him.
And it's actually kind of funny because remember when Cam Jurgens was out, AJ Brown was going off. Like we couldn't run in the red zone. AJ
Yeah.
Brown was going off. So Cam Jurgens is back. AJ Brown hasn't been doing his AJ Brown things, one catch, 8 yards, 32 yards, or whatever. Devontae Smith has been going off. So
Yeah.
gotta keep on giving to the guy who's hot, and that is Devontae Smith. Like, it's insane. We have 2 number ones. Not every team can say that. The only team I can, what is that? The Bengals? Is that the other team?
No, Dolphins do too. Hill and Waddle are definitely number ones. Waddle's a number one on most anyone's team. The Chargers do whenever Mike Williams is available. With Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, they're both definitely.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Yeah. So do you think Smith has hit his sophomore well, or is it just part of the offense struggling as a whole? I think he's doing fine.
I think, like I said, I believe at the beginning of the year, especially when Goddard was healthy and stuff, Jalen's really trying to spread the ball out to everyone, and when you got so many weapons like he does, man, it's so hard to get everyone involved each and every week, I would just put more of the blame on we just have too many weapons, and sometimes he just has to take a back seat to certain people. And that's another reason why Smith has broken out the last couple of games is somebody's got to take up for what Goddard's been leaving, and Smith has definitely stepped in that role to fill that void, so yeah, man, he's just playing his game, man. And no, I have no worries at all about him. None at all.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all. Like Devontae Smith, oh my God, we're against the Niners, so I think he'll be fine there. And actually, wait, hold on. Yep. What's your thought? Let's just get right into the next game, man. And that's the Eagles and Niners. Give me your thoughts on that. Are you nervous at all? What are you feeling? I'm not nervous. That's just me.
No, I'm not nervous, dude. It's a win.
Okay.
Listen, I said it on Phil's channel this morning. Our offense is the 49ers kryptonite.
Yes.
Their power comes from their linebackers. Starting with Fred Warner first and foremost. Boza is good. Chase is good. Great pass rushers. Chase Young. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I said Chase. I meant to say Young. That threw me even off. But we know we can stop Chase Young. We already know that. So I'm not worried about Chase. Boza, he's got to go up against Lane. Not many people can beat Lane. I'm sure Boza will get his, but it won't happen that much. I know they got Hargrave. Yeah, he's a great pass rusher, but we know him personally, so trust me, they know who they're going up against. So they went up against him in practice last year every day, so they know what he's about and what he brings. But when you have our offense and the RPO system that we have, man, you automatically make Fred Warner and that linebacking core flat-footed because they don't know if it's a run, they don't know if it's a pass, or if Hurts is even just going to keep it and run. You got 2 runs and you got 1 pass, and who knows where it's going. Fred Warner is not able to instantly just crash downhill, because the moment he does, it goes right over his head and, there's 10, 15, 20 yards downfield, when you can affect their defense like that, you can beat them every time. And we've proven that. The last 3 times we've played them, we've proven it. And Fred Warner really has not been a thing in any of our games because we make it that way.
Yep.
You know, like I said, he's only impactful when he's blitzing and when he's stopping the run. Well, if he can't blitz downfield and stop the run because he's so worried about you passing over his head, he's not that effective. And that goes for everyone. So, yeah, man, they got a great defense. We'll see them again probably, but I'm not worried.
I'm not worried just because of I got 2 words. Hassan Reddick. They're afraid of Hassan Reddick after what happened last time. I'm telling you guys right now. If it's Brock Purdy, in that pocket, Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, you got Jordan Davis, you got Jalen Clark, you got Jalen Carter, not Jalen Clark, jeez. You got all of these weapons, our front 7. They can't hold all of them. Like, come on. They cannot hold all of them.
Oh, he's scared.
Oh, my God.
He's scared. Trust me, man. You don't think the last game of his season last year, they ain't flashing in his head all week?
Right.
He's scared. Yeah, our sack numbers ain't the greatest, but you know what? The pressure's there. We always get pressure. You thought we were scary in the middle last year? Wait till you see Carter coming at you and Riddick. You'll really piss your pants. Like, I'd be scared shitless, bro. Seriously. I wouldn't know what to do. And Brock's getting wrecked, dude. He's getting wrecked. Watch.
Yeah. So, guys, really quick before we go into our predictions, there's one more sponsor we got to give thanks, and that's David R. Cherry.
All right, guys, let's talk about Cherry Law Firm. If you get hurt at work in a motor vehicle accident, personal injury, or affected by criminal law, you got to call David R. Cherry of the Cherry Firm. Call 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your rights. Again, that number is 610-565-0300. That's 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your right.
Shout out to David R. Cherry, man. So let's just get right into our predictions for this game. So who's your player of the game and what's the score going to be?
Player of the game.
Chat, you can answer as well. And if you're watching the replay, guys, please let us know in the comment section below. Because
Man.
Tough one. Because I got mine. It's not Hurts. So if you're going to go Hurts, that's yours. I'm not going with Hurts.
No. I'm trying to figure out if I want to. I think it's going to be Swift, dude.
Swift. Okay. But
yeah. No, I think this defense is going to be so worried about stopping Jalen. It's going to open up Swift. I'm going to say like 145, 2 touchdowns for Swift.
Okay. Because for me, I said this on last week and maybe the week before, but I forget it. Hassan Reddick. That is mine. The guy's been on fire. He knows how to get to Brock Purdy. For me, it's Reddick, man. And my score prediction is 24-21 Birds. It's going to be a very low-scoring game.
Yeah, no, I'm about there with you. I'm at 28-24. So, like it's going to be a nice game, dude. It shouldn't be a blowout. If it is, I'm going to be like, well, maybe I should have talked a little bit more. But, it should be a great NFC battle. It really should, man. So 28-24 Eagles.
All right. I got 24-21 Birds. I want to thank AK, NFL Reality Check, for hopping on, man, and joining me.
No problem.
Plugs, man. Let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, can't find me yet. I'm not really streaming that many lives at the moment. I'm off for personal reasons and stuff like that. But I do come around when my guys call, and I will always be here for you, bro. Anytime. But yeah, you can find me at NFL Reality Check. You can find me over at the Hardcore Sports Network with my boy Mitch. And yeah, man, appreciate you having me on. It's a great season. Like I said, it ain't pretty, but we're 10-1. And wins are all I care about, dude. I don't care how they do it. You can kick 4 field goals to get it. I don't care. You know what I mean? Just a win's a win, man. And they're doing it. So I'm happy.
Yep. Everything. He hopes everything's okay with you.
I'm all right, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate
It's all
you.
good.
Thank you.
It's all good. So, with that being said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe on Edge of Philly Sports. We just hit 11,300. So, appreciate everyone for your support over there. Subscribe to me, Mitch Toxley, NFL Reality Check, Hardcore Sports Network. And yes, guys, we are out. Let's go, Birds.